reflection stares through years of my disrepair. Silence arrives right on time, nothing.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Twin Tuitions, episode 14. This is going to be a strictly in-band podcast. Right now, we've got myself. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, Chris. Hi.
Bassist.
Yeah.
Good old Chris back on the podcast.
Woo!
And AJ, you've heard me before. I'm on all of them.
And then we will probably have everybody else at some point. Harrison, Kevin, Lance. But we'll see how it goes. Let's just start things off. So this is, I believe, unless I'm wrong, our first podcast since the show we were talking about on the last podcast, right?
It's our first in-band podcast in a long time.
But is this I think this is our first podcast period since the show.
No, it was we did the one with Jimmy Haney after the show, but this is the second one. We didn't talk about the show a whole lot on that one. We talked about some though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the show. You want to get into it a little bit?
Yeah, I would like to get into now that we're doing an in-band thing, like some of the behind the scenes. So, Chris, this was your first show. So, give us some of your experience.
So, this was my first time being up on a stage like that ever. I was definitely a little shaken going into it, and then, really started getting into it about midway through the show. We had some hiccups at the beginning, and at least on my end, there was a little bit of a hiccup near the end, but other than that, I had a pretty good time. It was really fun. I cut my cheek open pretty bad in the mosh pit after we went up. That was also fun.
Speaking of injuries sustained during the show, I fell and rolled my ankle badly about 2 hours before the show. I was going down into the mosh pit with Chris, and I missed a step in the dark and rolled on my left ankle. And I think for a second, Chris was legitimately worried that I might have broken something.
I was a little worried that you might have fucked something up. You were hobbling like you broke something.
Yeah, because I got up and Chris was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I was like,
well, I'm sorry for being worried for my friends.
I appreciate it. You helped me out a lot. You were making sure I was good, but I just took that as like, okay, it probably looks pretty bad. And it for a second there, I legitimately thought it was pretty bad. But it was not bad. It was just a rolled ankle. So,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Forgive me for being concerned for my friends, and also forgive me for being concerned for the, for the person who's going to be using said ankle to, slam down on a, little pedal every once in a while.
I will say this. Even if I broke it, I may have just sat there and been like, all right, guys, I'm going single pedal. I like to think that I'm that badass.
That would be a challenge.
Yeah.
With the drum parts that we have, oh my gosh, that would have been...
It would have been a edited version of what we do. I would have just tried to get through it.
Yeah. You would have done your best to keep the time.
Yeah.
Keep the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, it was a really fun show. I enjoyed it a whole lot.
It felt like when we got up there, the crowd really hit its capacity. Yeah. And because, it was, I would say there's probably 200, 250 people there when we were starting off, and that was the biggest show I've ever played. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that.
You know, I mean, it was definitely the biggest show I've ever played. But I mean, a big part of what I'm wanting to get done in the near future is to book our next show, so that we can be, you know, like locked into some kind of schedule.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I mean, the Comet, Bogarts.
Something.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. Like we've talked about in the past. As long as it's, you know, I want it to be worth it, and I know you do too.
Yeah.
And so, to listeners out there, we're not going to be that band that plays a million small basement shows. You know, I mean, just not in the cards for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, we're getting merch here pretty soon. We got 2 designs. One of them is glow in the dark, which I'm very, very excited about. The glow in the dark T-shirt. More excited than a man in his 30s has any right to be. But very excited about the glow in the dark T-shirt. It's a good design. How many glow in the dark band T-shirts do you guys see?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? Who cares if you're a 30-year-old man getting excited about a glow-in-the-dark T-shirt? It's your glow-in-the-dark T-shirt.
That's right. Damn right.
But you're still an old man.
Yeah.
Both of you are.
We're both dinosaurs to you, I know.
Yeah.
They could do Chino Man 2, and it could be you with me and Luke. You know that movie where they thaw out Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's because you're too young to remember.
Yeah.
Yep. But anyway, so excited about the glow in the dark T-shirt, and I know Kevin is very excited about the long sleeve T-shirt, which I am also excited about that as well. I think their fans are gonna be able to do some alterations to that one and make it look really cool. You know, like that's a shirt that you could chop up and do a bunch of stuff with, and it would look good that way. But yeah. So we got merch, and I would say, so we played the big show, we got the merch, and now we're working on getting a website finalized. Did you take a?
Yeah, the website's looking really good so far. I like it.
Yeah.
It really fits our theme.
Yeah. Brought a graffiti thing back. If you haven't been to the website, we'll drop it in the link. We'll drop the link below, and go check it out. It's got, I know a lot of the people listening to this podcast right now are hardcore Pale Twin fans, our most loyal fans. So yeah, please go check it out and let us know what you think of the designs and the layout. Definitely be interested to get your thoughts on all that. Just going off updates in my, what's on, just naming off updates right now. Another update is that we've got several, well, I guess this will come out at the time that all these other podcasts have come out, but we've done several podcasts. So by the time this one comes out, they'll all have been released, of course, but we're still doing that, still going strong on that, and I think it's a personal goal of mine to at least get to 20 episodes of the podcast.
That's a fair goal.
I heard only 3% of podcasts ever initiated get to 20 episodes. And something like 80% only get to like 3.
We've already passed 80% of them, at
Yeah.
least.
Oh, somebody's at the door.
Who could that be?
Yep. So as you can hear arrival noises of Lance getting to practice. Those are not sound effects. You want to grab a mic, Lance?
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
But yeah, so still plenty of stuff going on. If anybody's listening to this that has any show opportunities, we'll definitely would be open to hearing about them. But yeah, so I just went over merch, shit, our last show.
Yeah, one of the things that I was definitely wanting to talk about today was how fucking thrilled I was with the regardless of whether they were Pale Twin fans coming in or they became Pale Twin fans while they were there waiting for another band. Thank you so much for the output from you guys, our listeners, at the last two shows, both at the theater and at Oddfellows. I mean, it means so much to have you guys there. Vibing along. I can't tell you how much it translates, at least for me personally, to the onstage performance and coming home and writing afterwards.
Yeah, it keeps things exciting, right? It keeps our heads in the game.
Yeah, exactly. But so Lance is finally here. He's kind of like our paid attorney who shows up at times when it's what is the word I'm looking for?
Convenient.
Convenient and required.
Yeah.
Convenient and required. So let's hand it over to our convenient and required lawyer.
I show up. I'm here. I'm not dead. I had a nice little vacation to the hospital while you guys were doing the show. I was disappointed to miss out on that, but I've heard good things. I've heard very good things.
What was your hospital stay like?
Oh, it was nice. It's pretty much the same thing every time. I was a little late getting my prescriptions from the pharmacy, and that my diabetes doesn't play too well with my imprudence in getting shit done. So I went without it for about a day or two, and lots of vomiting involved, but we power through. They pump me full of antibiotics and fluids and nutrients and stuff. You know the pills that they give you for, which one is it? Potassium. It's like swallowing a small river pebble. It's huge.
Is it?
And they give them to me in like sets of 4.
Oh no.
So I'm already getting sick, and they're like, "Hey,
shove
take
this down your throat.
Take this horse pill."
Yeah.
We're out now. I've escaped. I am breathing the free man's air again.
So how long were you in the hospital for?
Oh, I went in, I think it was Thursday night, either the night before or 2 nights before we were supposed to do the show. And I was in there pretty much all weekend. I got out the following Tuesday, I think, so about 4 days.
And I know that happens to you on like a fairly consistent basis.
Yeah, it shouldn't. If I was a little bit better about, doing paperwork and making phone calls and all that kind of stuff, I would have a better handle on it. And I'm trying to do better in the future now that I have, things to look forward to. We've got a lot going on as a band, and I've got a lot of stuff planned, doing the social media game on my own, a lot of memes to make, a lot of songs to write and work to do. So can't be laying around in a hospital bed.
Work to do. We do have a lot of work to do. It's good to hear you say that.
I just want to say that as an also disabled person, that my disability is a lot more serious than Lance's is, and at the end of the day, I feel like the fact that I'm showing up shows that I just care more than you do, bro.
Maybe. I think you got me there. I don't.
I'm obviously kidding. It could have been either of us. I was, though. I will tell you, I was really bummed when I found out you weren't going to be able to make it to the big show.
I was also bummed. But I will say that we did. I mean, it would have been better with you there.
Definitely
For sure.
would've been better with
Well,
you
yeah.
there.
No.
But we were able to get
We
through
were
it.
missing our wheedlies.
We were.
What would you do?
We missed the wheedlies.
We were missing that.
Yeah, we had to make it a lot more like dark wave and
bare bones.
But yeah, as opposed to blowing people's fucking heads off.
We were like a cupcake without the cream on
No
top.
frosting.
No frosting.
No
yeah.
frosting.
It was just the cupcake.
Yeah.
I think we were missing the sprinkles, really. The sprinkles
And the
He-
cherry.
He's like
Sprinkles and the cherry.
he's the pretty colored sprinkles on top that makes the whole thing pop.
But I will say this though. At the end of the day, I am really happy with how our first two shows went. In my opinion, it's time for the third show.
Yeah.
Like I brought up Bogarts, the Comet. So Chris was telling me earlier that Jesters will put on good shows, but we checked out that venue and it looks tiny, man.
It's a small venue, yeah. But Jester, from the show that I've been to that he hosted, the one at the Abyss, before that got shut down, well, that was a killer show, and he got some pretty killer bands on it. So I think he knows what he's doing.
I don't know. I'll leave that more to you guys, but I think we need. I would like to have another Pale Twin show within the next 3 weeks.
I think we could
That's a
definitely
good
get on
goal.
the Comet.
That's
Yep.
a good goal. At least get one scheduled.
Yep.
Yeah.
We could definitely get one, I think, at the Comet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Comet would be awesome.
So, I would actually like, and maybe you guys talked a little bit about this, but I was outside dealing with dealings. Lance, I want to know your honest opinion of from what you've seen from the show, how you thought it went.
I've only seen a few clips from the pictures you guys got. I don't know which one of our guys you had doing pictures, whether it was Devin or Zoe, whoever's done it.
Zoe, Libby, and Devin didn't come, but it was Zoe, Libby, and
Okay.
mainly them. Man.
Great pictures. My little sister was there in person. I think she talked to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was telling me about how the sound was, and she was pretty bummed out that a few of my parts were missing, but that's all right. Next time. The first show, the one that I did make it to on the 11th, I really enjoyed that. I feel like there was a lot of energy there that I didn't quite expect, at least for my first time out. But
Yeah.
we picked it up, and that was really fun to do. First outing with the boys.
First outing with the
I feel
boys.
like that went pretty well.
Yeah.
Way of looking at it. It's a really good way of looking at it. But
Yeah, I'd be down to play the Comet. I've been there a few times, just scouting out, seeing shows with Kevin and stuff, and that's a pretty chill spot.
So I'm gonna say this from doing and I think I couldn't have asked for a better start off show than Oddfellows, the way that went for us. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I mean, obviously, I could have wished for any kind of a million ridiculous things that were never gonna happen, for that show. But in any realistic perception of that show that I could have had, it hit. We hit all of those.
Yeah.
Especially including the fact that you were not there, right? And no, that I'm not saying that's shitty. I'm saying that's like a handicap that changes things a little bit.
Who doesn't want the show that you see in the movies and those rockumentaries or whatever, where you play like the big show, and the A&R guys in the back, and then after the show
Yeah.
he comes up to you, he's like, I'm gonna sign you boys to the tap.
Yeah.
And then and then from there,
But
you're in the recording studio in the next like 10 minutes writing a hit album. I would love that, but
yeah.
it didn't happen, and it's never going to. But
Hey,
it was a
watch
great
yourself.
show.
Watch yourself.
I'm saying it's never gonna happen like that. There's never gonna be an A&R guy sitting in the back going like, "Oh my god."
I'm not gonna say that, but you can wallow in that filth if you want to.
I heard Justin Bieber, never say never.
but no, like for knowing that you weren't gonna be there and like it being our second show, I think it went about as well as it possibly could have gone. I was very, very happy with it. Like you guys were saying, the Comet, Bogarts maybe, like, I would like to get a new show in within the next 3 weeks because I'm itching for it, and we're working on some new tracks in house, like at the moment too, which we're gonna get to a little bit tonight. But yeah, man, I'll say this. It was certainly a shame that we weren't able to have you on that night. I missed you. I don't know if they did. I can't tell if they like you or not.
I'm glad you're not dead.
Yeah, but I missed you. I missed you. And I would say like I'm excited to be able to put, because we had our first show, we had that second kind of handicap show. I'm excited to like get our like first like put together like real deal like set, where we're 100% ready to go.
That's the train, y'all. That's near my house. But yeah, I'm excited about that too.
Sounds like it.
Shut the fuck up. Dude, I'm gonna fucking deck you, bro.
I'm really excited for the workflow we're going to get into with writing these next couple songs.
Yeah.
Doing it in-house, I feel like we'll have a lot more time to give a lot of love to
Yes.
every one of our ideas, and we're not going to
Yeah.
gloss over anything. I'm excited to
That
cook
would be
on
really
those.
nice.
Yeah, in-house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You should see the one we're working on now.
Yeah, we should show them that.
Reopen
after
it.
this.
Yeah, I've missed out on a lot of the beginning stages of that one, but I'll be able to put my seasoning on it in due time.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
put your seasoning all over that thing.
All of
We'll
it.
have it'll be a lot different, I feel like, from the first couple ones we did, because
Yeah.
I'll be able to get whatever ideas I have. We got like a 3-stage studio like levels to it. I've got the basic stuff, basic bedroom setup going.
Yeah.
Kevin's got a little bit more put together than me with the more synths and plug-in software and the electric drum kit, so we can get a little bit further and get a nice rough draft there, and then take it somewhere to get it put together, and do a final draft of that. It'll save us a lot of money and a lot of headache. And I feel like we'll be in a lot more control of the final product that way, which I feel like was a little bit of a frustration for us starting out.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a huge frustration starting out.
So I was kind of wondering where you guys were at with this. We're still practicing same practice practice spot we started, doing different shows and different things like that. We've recorded in different areas, I'm curious if you guys were, if you had to pick between like a major upgrade in the practice spot, where it's like we're practicing in a studio level type of area, or like a major upgrade in where we record, but it's strictly in where we record. So we can get our demos all the way done, take them there, and it's like the highest quality studio you can think of. Or it's like everything is from home, but it is like it is like the dream level from home. And by the way, the other option does include like a that level producer.
What's the trade-off? Like if for at the studio, like what's the thing that
Well, at the studio, it's gonna take less time, and you're gonna have like that level professional working on
Oh, kind of like a similar situation to what we did before,
Yeah.
like to the
it. Where
next
like
level.
at home, it's gonna be like we're not bringing anybody else in, and we got to kind of figure it out piece by piece.
Ugh. God. Harrison's over here drinking heavy whipping cream.
You're a freak, bro. That's freak shit.
I would say,
Don't do that. No.
I mean, I think the difference here, the big difference, if money isn't a factor, is that we act as the producers for our own music versus somebody else. I see the value to both. I'm not so confident. I'm not as confident in myself to say that, like, if we had some like a Rick Rubin in the room or something, that I'm able to write as good of a song as Rick Rubin. I don't think that. So if Rick Rubin was like, yeah, let me do a Pale Twin album, I think I'd be about that. I think I'd take that.
Yeah, I could definitely see the value in the studio upgrade with someone really, really talented in the captain's seat. But I think at the end of the day, the tools we're most regularly around is going to be what we're familiar with and making use of. So if we were constantly practicing in that sort of environment with those tools around, we'd be a lot more confident with them when we do get into any sort of professional environment in the studio. So
Yeah.
I think I'd go with the practice spot upgrade for sure.
Yeah, because we'll be better producers ourselves.
Yeah,
quote
develop
unquote.
that skill set
Yeah.
just sort of along the way.
Yeah.
I think building a solid foundation makes everything that you throw out, like, on top of it that much better. So if we had to pick between those, hypothetically, it would be, for me, a, like, top tier practice space where we have access to the things that would, create the most high quality kind of sound in the room to give us the best inspiration going into each track. That's kind of where my mind goes with it. But I do see the value in both.
I think at the end of the day, that's what I would go with too, because my point wasn't really like we have an amazing producer now.
Yeah.
It wasn't like anything about upgrading on the producer standpoint. It was more about like what is more valuable, having like a studio level place to practice, or like a $1 million level studio to record at.
I mean, I will say this. Truth, I think this is a really true...
It really wasn't about the producer thing, if I'm being honest.
I think this is a true kind of... Let me finish what I was saying. Recording is a amalgamation of tiny decisions that you make, and those decisions compound. And then at the end of that, you either have the final thing. So, like, if you have the top like tier equipment with the top tier engineer and producer, you're gonna get a really, really good finished thing. But like, I mean, mostly I just wanted to say that because it's been something that's been on my mind. It's like you have to know, you really do have to get granular with it. You have to make those tiny little edits to get that.
It's
that,
both and.
That
Yeah.
final thing that really pops.
Yeah.
It's you can't. There's no shortcut. Like there's no real, like, I guess AI is kind of a shortcut, but
I think people can tell for the most part.
People actually can't tell because I bet some musicians can tell, but I saw a study that 97% of people can't distinguish between AI music and regular music.
I got
That's
got
so sad.
recently.
Did you?
Actually, I did.
my
I
gosh.
mentioned it one of the last practices before the show and my ordeal. There's this. I think they're called Bleeding Verse on Spotify, and I was listening to them for a while. I was like in the top 5% of listeners and everything. And I got to looking into them. I saw that they were AI, and I was so pissed.
Dude.
I was like, damn it. But looking back on it, I then could tell. It was then obvious to me
Yeah.
as a musician looking at how repetitive the patterns were. I mean, the beginning of every song started with the exact same melody. And I was like,
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
No, well, now I feel like a dunce. Because I got.
It's kind of sad that it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really easy genre of music because it was like the generic metalcore type pop mix. So I mean, I feel like that's so homogenized these days. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Good word.
Yeah.
Good word.
It's all the same. It's like baloney, just through and through. Meat brick. It's horrific. It's an affront to God, really.
I was listening to this band called Dollwave. Actually, Luke showed them to me. They're like a dark wave type thing, and I couldn't tell that it was AI either until I thought, man, like, these guys are fucking awesome, and then I saw that they like release like 12 songs every week.
Oh dear.
And it's
The
like
frequency, yeah.
it's like, and I mean, like you said, in retrospect, when you listen to the voices, it almost is so perfect. You know, it's like almost like robotic at times.
Yeah, I noticed that with some of the screaming parts, the distortion sounded not natural.
Sounded,
Yeah, yeah.
Too
Yeah,
polished.
yeah, almost like it sounded like they just put a Boss distortion pedal on the track and cranked that sucker up. It's kind of funny to look at afterwards.
Yeah, so. But yeah. Luke, you're the question master. We need you to continue the conversation. Question master Luke.
He is like a DM. Except we're a very lame party. We do not fight monsters. We do not kill demons. We just kind of sit here and wheedly woo.
Luke is the dungeon master of the podcast. That is very true.
The sad thing is I don't even really know what that means, but I'm gonna trust that it's a good thing.
It is.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so we just ordered a pretty decent amount of merchandise, right?
50 shirts.
Yeah. So my question would be if there was one like really high quality thing that you would trade in and spend a lot of money for just a couple of them, what would it be?
See, that's a good question. That's why you're the dungeon master.
Like if there was one thing where it's like, okay, we're instead of spending $600 on this 50 shirts or whatever, we're doing
Like different merch.
yeah, but the point is the opposite. It's like each one of these that we get, we want to be like really high value.
You know what I think these questions come from, just on a quick side note? I think you think about these things in advance and you've thought about these questions in your mind so much
Yeah.
that like by the time you get to these, you can just like rapid fire stuff like nonstop.
That's pretty fair.
But what would I spend $500
Like
on?
but if the way you were approaching it was flipped, instead of like value, it was instead of value in the long term, it was value in the short term. So like not like, oh, we're getting our money back based on the sales. We're getting it's more like, oh, we're getting the super valuable item that we may not sell for like a year.
This is what I would do. I know what I would do. I would have us, especially with where we're at now, get a bunch of guitar, bass, and drum plugins for the home studio, and maybe a little bit on like a ribbon mic or an additional like microphone. Especially like this Shure that I have it's good. It's quote unquote good for untreated rooms. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Like
You
if
know what untreated rooms are? It's like rooms that haven't been
soundproofed. And so, like, and there's no way in this house, or I bet even in Kevin's apartment, or that, like, I bet Kevin's a little more technically minded than me, but since he lives in an apartment, like, I imagine it'd be very hard to soundproof. So you get a mic like this, and it's supposed to, like, be very specific. It's supposed to get rid of a lot of those background noises, but it's not like the greatest vocal mic for singing. It's just good for, like, if you can't treat the room. So I would want to try to get like a condenser mic, and I mean, try to find a treated space.
He's got a tiny little closet we could shove Luke in.
Luke's already in the closet.
There you go.
Damn.
I was waiting for that.
Damn.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Got him.
I was gonna say something along the lines of we're putting the goblin back in the closet.
Yeah, that
I'm
one.
literally the only one that has a child, but that's
Yeah.
Hey, gay dudes have children. That happens. Proves nothing.
okay.
I think all those would be pretty good investments. We can
even
make use
even
of
like
all that
throwing
stuff.
Luke in the closet.
Yeah, everything included. No, yeah, Kevin's got really tall ceilings in his space, so that wouldn't be another problem. A mic like that we could probably do some good with. I think we could make up for however it falls short in the raw take with plugins, and you know, he knows a little wizardry that I don't, I'm sure.
Yeah. Cool. What would you do, Chris?
Feel like I'd probably go a pretty similar route, either like plugins for home recording or maybe like more.
Do you guys know how expensive Autotune is? I was looking the other day.
I don't.
It's like $1,000 for the full package, like premium version of whatever.
What?
You can get it. There's like levels, like you buy any super expensive software like that. I think the Essentials package is like $350,
Is
somewhere
it-
around there.
Is it just called Autotune?
Melodyne
Melodyne.
is the most popular one, I think.
Is there like a DAW specific stock plugin for Autotune?
I'm not sure. I was just curious looking at it because I was working on. I think I've sent it in the chat. I'm not sure yet, but I've got a new track, a riff I've been trying to work on a little bit, and I was looking at all kinds of different mixing plugins, just learning because I've never. Kevin's done it a little bit, but I've normally let him take the wheel in terms of like mixing and stuff. I just record the take and I'm hands off after that. But I've been learning a lot more in the past couple weeks, month and a half or so. And I was just curious looking around at what people use because I've never ever done vocal mixing. I've only ever mixed instruments, guitars, and stuff like that. But all those plugins, so expensive.
Yeah.
An arm and a leg and a spleen. At least.
Yes. Yes.
I think, yeah. If I had to decide on what it would either be the plugins or stuff to make live like performance is more consistent. So either like in-ear monitors for everyone or some sort of more reliable system for the like on stage stem sound stuff. Those would be the two routes that I would go with it. Really is either live or studio plugin kind of stuff. Studio grade plugins.
Yeah, we could use that too.
I mean, I would say for me, the number one that I would go would be if we could get like a like really high grade premium music video done. Then, and I'm happy with the videos we've already had done, but just like at no expenses, you know, whatever area we need, like that would be my number one.
Don't make that face. Don't make that face.
The lip bite.
I'm thinking.
Let me feel it some way. I'm gonna turn into one of those podcasts.
Oh, actually. Genuinely, I like that's the only one that like immediately comes to mind for me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe something with Youth of Mine, but like because of the way we promoted it, like out of the gate, it's hard for me to view it in another way. Like,
Yeah, I could see a cool one for Mirror Mirror.
yeah.
I could see I could see a cool one for Mirror as well. Or at some
There she
point,
goes.
I feel like the one that we've been cooking up at like in-house, right? That one feels like we could do something crazy for that once we come up with what this is actually going to be. That one feels like it's going to be, yeah,
Heavy.
it's going to be heavy as hell.
Yeah, I think these next few are gonna be heavier.
Yeah.
Is the vibe that I'm just getting from the band. I think the band is ready to do something a little
Yeah.
on the heavier side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the riff I've been working on my own is like the slowest, sludgiest shit I've ever written. So
Oh yeah.
Yep.
we're definitely moving in that sort of direction, I think.
I'm excited to hear that. Okay, I got a Dungeon Master question. If you could be in any other sort of project, music project, what type of music would you make? That, and it can't be hard rock or metal. It can have that in it, but it can't be like that.
Damn, that's a hard question.
I think I got my answer. Question is, can I do this or insert
Yeah,
other thing?
yeah.
Okay. So there's two directions that I could see myself going with that. The first is more in a like kind of heavier-ish in general direction, like less melodic kind of direction, where it goes into kind of more of that, like, I'd say like mid 2000s era kind of emotional hardcore kind of vibe, or a complete 180 into like folk punk. Just
Yeah.
go completely off the rails and literally go on the rails and just start playing like a gut bucket bass with a bunch of hobos.
Blackbird Rom. I remember that.
Blackbird Rom, yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, it'd have to be EDM. think EDM would be. I'd love to do that.
I think I would either want to do like a rap one, you know, but when I say that, I mean like a dark wave or a either like a dark wave, a shoegaze, or a I'm trying to think. Well, what would you put like Suicide Boys as?
I'm definitely hip hop. I put them as almost like emo rap a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking like dark.
So those would probably be like my three.
Yeah.
If I wasn't going to be doing the stuff we're doing, I think it would be like emo rap, like actual dark wave stuff, and then the third, which I can't remember, but I'm not going to try.
No, I definitely see emo rap for you. I mean, you love, for people who don't know, love Juice WRLD and Lil Peep and Suicide Boys. Luke has them on repeat.
In a different timeline.
Yep. Yep.
A different timeline where I have my mushroom trip on like a different day. It like changes everything.
Propels your emo
Yeah.
rap.
Instead.
Forward.
It's one of those things. It's like when you glaze the fritters twice in regular show, like the entire world collapses because of one tiny change in Luke's
Yes.
routine.
Yes.
He's a completely different human being. I don't know, I feel like I had like a manic episode the other day, and I was like, what is so hard about composing a symphony?
That is a good question.
And I think it's just like you were talking about. It's just getting granular with the music you're writing, and you start with one little thing. It's like a snowball.
That's
You
exactly
just
it.
roll it. So I think if I did anything else, I would try my hand with that. That seems like a cool thing to do, just because there's so many moving parts.
Writing a symphony.
Writing an orchestral piece of music. Because in the same day, I had the same thought. We were talking about music videos earlier. People in Hollywood fuck up screenplays and good stories so much. Why are you having such a hard time with it? What is truly so hard about it? So getting into like making, like Luke said, a really high budget, really produced music video would be super, super cool. Taking ideas from like books and movies and using that type of imagery to connect with what Luke's saying in the song, or that type of thing.
I always respect when people do something that is truly fresh.
Yeah.
That like you really haven't seen before, you know, and it's, I find myself, maybe it's because I've gotten older, less and less finding those things that I go like, oh my God. I like being like truly like sitting there in the moment and being like, I have never seen anything like this or heard anything like this.
Yeah, I feel like the more you see, the more you realize that 90% of things are derivative of something from somewhere. So a really fresh take on an idea is refreshing these days.
Yeah.
And it's probably not that there's less fresh ideas out there, as it's just the longer you live, the more that you've seen.
Yeah, and I feel like the accessibility to put out product and music and things and video, and it's a double-edged sword. There's so much garbage and just the same.
I mean,
But at the same time, I feel like it all has some sort of value, you know.
no, it does, but I agree with you that, like, because I'd be listening to Octane, and sometimes I'll like hear these different bands come on and they're singing the same song. It's like the same song for like 4 songs straight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, seriously? Like,
Yeah, I let the Spotify DJ just go ham sometimes. Just let him go. And there's a lot of that happens. It's like, I didn't even realize the song has changed. This is a completely different band. But man, you sound the exact same.
so, yeah. Well, we're about 50 minutes. You got one more to wrap us up, Luke?
Yeah.
Dungeon Master Luke.
Dungeon Master Luke, what say you?
Pull another white card.
I would say, from the first 2 shows, like a cumulative experience, if there's one thing you want to bring over to the next one, what would it be? Like, so for me, it's going to be like between both shows, the growing comfortability with the crowd. Like that makes a huge difference for me.
I need to get comfortable with moving with my instrument. That's one thing I'm trying to be mindful of, is not standing there like a semi-statue guitar player with the damn near up to his neck. I definitely don't want to do that. I'd like to bring some energy to it. So I feel like I did all right with that first show, but there's always room for improvement.
I think for me, just figuring ways to interact with the crowd more. Just put on a better show. You know, like
More stick spin.
more stick spin. I threw some stick spin in this last show. But more of that, and yeah.
I think for me, it's getting comfortable with crowd work in general, because I was trying it at the last show, and it's definitely more difficult than you'd expect to like go up in front of, people and just start trying to get them to, move in a certain way, or like, interact with them in a way that gets their attention. That sort
I'd be
of thing
fucking
is-
up my parts. Like, I'm trying to enjoy it. It's like rubbing your head and patting your belly at the same time.
Yeah, no. For real. So yeah, what did you say yours was, Chris?
crowd work in general.
Crowd work. Working a crowd is hard. I mean, it's a skill.
Yeah, they definitely feed off the energy you bring. So if you just show up and stand there and play, they're just going to show up and stand there and look at you.
Yeah.
So
That's why I just
you got to stick your tongue out. Go crazy.
I feel like that's kind of why I gravitate a lot towards, heavier kind of bands in general, is because they bring some energy to the table that you don't really see when you go to like a, like to a little pub in the middle of, the downtown area and just watch these 4 old guys playing jazz music.
Yeah.
Like in the
Nobody's
corner.
moshing to the barbershop quartet.
Nobody's moshing to the barbershop quartet.
I have seen that so many times in my life.
You
Did I
guys
just
seen the-
describe like a specific experience to you?
Absolutely. Yes.
You guys seen the video of that one band playing in the Denny's?
Yeah. What the fuck's up, Denny's?
Fuck is up, Denny's? Do some shit like that.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're gonna fuck up Denny's.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck up Denny's. Maybe Wendy's too.
Maybe Taco Bell up in Cleveland.
Oh yeah, let's go fuck up a
Fast
Taco
food
Bell.
metal band.
Just hit them all. Anyways, on that note, Twin Tuitions 14. We'll see y'all next time. You guys got any last words?
Nope.
All right.
No, I'm good.
You want to say something, H?
There's
Yeah, fuck Lance. What a
No, I love you, Lance.
what a saucy end to episode 14. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.
See ya.
I guess I'm not quite what you think. Falling down, so why can I break? Traffic